Hello. Fairly quick one, really, I suppose. Not because there isn't really that much to say about this particular drum. It's a cool drum either way, but it's anyway. I'm only going to pick this up for very briefly because it's bloody heavy, and it's not as heavy as the Hallmark, but it's still pretty heavy. If you recently caught the MikeDolby.com Thomas Lang tour of the UK, you may have seen Thomas using an edge drum off to the side. This would be that drum. This is I don't know if he used it on every night. I don't think he did. And as I wasn't on the tour, I don't know what days he did use it. I know he did use it because, well, clearly he used it because I've got the head here. But I got a text from Mike, as I've actually done before, for that drum. That one, which I'll do another piece on at some point. But Stanton Moore used that particular drum when he did a clinic tour with Mike years and years ago, like 2009 or something. And he took that out and he signed the shell. But Mike texted me a couple of days before the tour and said, "Do I have a DW 14 by, well, a DW Edge basically?" And I said, "Of course I do. I have 3. What size do you want?" Because that's the way things work in my world. Not just one of something, lots of something. And but I say, "So what size do you want?" He came back with a sort of 14.6.5, 14.7. This is actually this is a 14.6, but it'll do. It's a 14 by 6 edge, and it's got brass hoops with it's brass and gold. So the hardware is gold plated. The hoops here the edge hoops are brass. It's a maple shell, but it's got the outer ply here is 800-year-old bubinga. And I bought this drum around 2006. I got it from Wembley Drum Centre, as I did get a lot of my early drums. And I remember actually it was there stuck in the corner on the snare drum rack where if you know Wembley Drum Centre or any of the guys from Wembley watching this, yo. But it was stuck over in the corner. They used to have the sort of snare drum corner over where the sort of toilet and restroom area bit is. And this was on the floor. It should have been 675 quid. I think I paid 600 for it, which I actually thought was quite cheap at the time. If you can call 600 quid still like cheap for a snare drum. But anyway, I thought it was really cool. There'd been some press about these drums because there was, if you go back to like Modern Drummer or any of the drum magazines from that time, there was an ad featuring, I don't know if it was John Good or at least someone stood next to the log that this bubinga came from, and it was probably 12 feet across, something like that. It was a massive tree, and it was a massive log. And they did a few kits out of this and everything, but it was a sort of limited run, obviously, because they'd only bought a limited amount of wood to do the veneer. But bubinga is a really, really beautiful wood, as you can see here. It's interesting in that I've got, and again, I'll quite look forward to doing the videos when I do them of the 2 Craviotto bubinga drums, because I think, sidestepping slightly, I read on the Pearl Drummers Forum many years ago, Johnny had told someone that he doesn't work in bubinga because it's too hard. But nevertheless, I actually have the only 2 bubinga drums that Johnny Craviotto's ever made, and And anyway, the point of digressing was the fact that the bubinga doesn't look anything like this, which is kind of weird. I think out of the certainly these three drums, this and the two Craviotto bubingas, this is the prettier of the two, of the three. Sorry, it's as you can see, and as you'll get an idea from the video as well. I'm not going to spin this around too much because it does weigh a bloody ton. But there's a lot more pattern to this. It's a really lovely looking drum, and the gold and the brass really offset quite nicely against it. But anyway, going back to where I originally was, the drum was recently used on the Thomas Lang tour. I've literally only got this back this afternoon, so I thought I'd do this now. The head is, as you can see, I'd imagine he wasn't playing it like this because a few of the lugs are loose, and it's still got the tuna fish on it. I said to Mike that he can borrow the drum as long as he signs it, or at least signs the head, so that'll be coming off and going on the wall. And yeah, he's also got it's a CS coated head with a foam slam pad on the middle. He's done in his studio at home. He's done a video where he talks about why he has that on there. It's on YouTube. Stick Tricks. It's STICKTRIX is his YouTube name. So check that out if you haven't seen it. It's always quite cool watching his stuff because he just puts some quite cool kits together. But anyway, so this was used on the tour. Other than that, it's a fairly sort of standard edge, as I said, 14 6.5, or 14 by 6. It's got the Delta throw off there, true tone wires. It's got the stock Remo snare side head on the bottom there, and it, as I said, it's rather heavy. 2005 this was dated. Yes, that would be about right. 2006 I bought it. This is dated October the 24th 2005. It doesn't have the pitch of the shell on it. It's got a serial number, but it doesn't have the pitch, which is unusual as far as I'm concerned, because I think all my other DWs do have a pitch on them. But anyway, it is what it is. Who cares? I thought I'd do that because do this now because obviously it's still slightly topical. And if you saw Thomas and you're seeing this is the drum, and it's mine. So there you go. It did actually have, until I gave it to Mike, it did actually still have the original head on it. I've got another CS now, although I may or may not. I won't play this head. I will do a sound file, but I will either put another CS on it, or I'll put a coated Ambassador on it, which is what it came with. Originally it was the standard DW logo head with the numbers on it, but haven't decided yet. I guess I'll make my mind up when I'm doing it. So anyway, DW Edge as played by Thomas Lang, and this head will be going on my wall at some point. Anyway, enjoy. See you later. Okay, so I went for the CS dot in the end. So it's a new head for me on this particular drum, and it's also a slightly lower tension than I historically sort of gone for. So it's not too tight, but there's still quite a lot of flex in it. So I'm going to see how it sounds, and hopefully it will sound fairly cool. obviously where I missed that last hit, that was delivery.